What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha, and we're returning with another alternate version on the Lifelines Deluxe Edition 2019, original album 2002, and we're going to listen to an alternative version of Time and Again. I really enjoy the original. It's one of their more lush tunes. It feels like being inside a warm cloud. I think Morton's voice is especially sonorous and uplifting on the track. So yeah, it's a very interesting soundscape that has very, again, rich and warm connotations, at least to my ears and brain. So I'm curious whether this remix will be in that same sonic territory or whether it will take it in a very different direction. I'm trying to remember the names on this remix. It's Langer, or Longer, I'm not sure, I'm going to say Langer, and Winstanley version. So I'm guessing those are the remix artists. I suppose it could be a purposeful remix name, but my estimation is that there are two remix producers who are involved in this. In any case, let's give it a listen. This is Aha, Time and Again, the Langer or Longer and Winstanley version. that tune. It's just such a good song. It's funny, I feel like this was in a very similar sonic territory as the original. What did stand out to me is the percussive heft or power to the syncopated rhythm and the drum parts. It did stand out a bit more, and I think maybe it was slightly less ambient in the soundscape, a bit more, not minimal by any means, but it was a bit stripped down relative to the way I'm remembering the original. I think I only listened or reacted to two versions of this, the one from Lifelines proper, and then I think the live version on How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head, if that's correct. And in the moment, I'm forgetting exactly how that live performance sounded, which wouldn't have been all that long, excuse me, after the studio version was recorded. But yes, definitely it feels like it's in a similar territory. It doesn't take it and do something completely different. I really think that despite the beauty of the strings, despite the well-timed piano chords, which provide a lot of texture melodically, it's really Morton who's the star of this one. Though I will say, not only do I think the lyrics are written very cleverly and that there's a repetitive quality to them, not in a bad way, but the lines are of a similar form for the most part. And obviously at the end of each run, we get a testament to what he is or is not, what he is not feeling or cannot be. But I love the progression of the lines in terms of what they're saying about what he's seeing, what he's feeling, and what he feels he is or is not. But I also enjoy the simplicity of it. It feels like, sometimes a verse will have a line that spans multiple melodic lines and there's sort of like hangover words and so on. But this one feels like all the lines are pretty simply arranged. They have a similar formula and they come just one after another after another. And so not only do I think they're well suited to the vocal delivery Morton gives, which is just heavenly, it's angelic, it's absolutely beautiful, but I think they allow you to really key in on the emotions of the tune because you're not trying to figure out, wait, that was half the line, what's the rest of the line going to be? Like they come in a simple format that really allows you to hear the words very clearly and to therefore focus more easily on the meanings, the semantics, the emotions of the track. So again, sonically, I feel like it's very similar, maybe a bit more percussive and slightly stripped down, but not terribly different, not, taking a track and wildly reconfiguring it or remixing it. But yes, again, I wonder whether some of these were production decisions where, they worked on some different arrangements before they actually put out the original album, and some of these versions that maybe were swept aside for the version that we finally got on the album were still in the archives and thus for a deluxe edition could be included. So either way, I enjoyed it. It's nice to reconnect with this song. I still am going to go through the Time and Again remix album, and once again, shout out to not only Sophia but to Graham, who recently made available a whole number of remixes and gave me some annotations as to whether, or not whether, but to what degree some of them would be good for reactions and, how compelling they are relative to the original tune and so on, which is nice. It's sometimes I get a lot of tracks or bonus material and I'm not quite sure what to make of it, so it was nice to get those notes. Thank you for that. In any case, let me know what you think of this version and I will see you next time. Peace.